So we're up on the roof over the deck, and I was worried about this, and I've put in another layer of aluminum, another layer, and it still didn't do it. The problem is when the water runs down here on the asphalt, because there's no slope difference here. Well, there it's flat, so what happens is it starts here, and as the water runs down, it goes in further and further, and about in there, it hits the crease where the two roofs meet. So I've been thinking about this, and one option is just remove all this and redo it. But you're still going to have the seam because I didn't do them all at once, which that's another reason people give to do everything at once. But I didn't really want to do that because this is still good. So finally, after thinking and thinking about it, I thought, why don't I make a ridge? That way the water, as it's going down through, if it wants to get to that crack, it's got to go uphill. That's going to definitely deter it from doing that. So I cut these wedges right here, and I'm going to put them in along that ridge. I think I'll put in 2 wide, 1 going each way, but I really wouldn't have to. But if I do 2 wide, that way if you walk on it, it's supported on both sides. Not that that really matters, and not that that should happen, but. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get this back to where it was. So I think what I can do is put little hash marks right here so that I can get this piece of aluminum back to match this one. So maybe a hash mark here and a hash mark down there. And then I'll remove this line of screws. Maybe I'll remove these 2 and put hash marks. Basically, I want to get the screws back in the same exact spots. I don't want to make new holes because then you're introducing a whole nother area of leakage. Okay, so I'm going to make a bunch of hash marks and start removing the screws, and then my idea is I'll slide these under the asphalt shingles to get that side, and this side I'll just slide it under the aluminum. And then I'll put this back down. Okay, let's do it. It's not so important right here, but the further down you go, the more important it is. So, but I am going to start here and work my way down. Okay, I got some time. Let's see if we can do it. Or get as much done as we can. May have to trim some more of this tree too. It likes to come over the roof more and more, but trimmed it back some last year, and maybe now since I'm up here might be a good time to trim it back a little bit more. Keeps the roof a little cleaner, but it doesn't really damage it per se from what I can see.